speech and language therapy.
Is this good? Okay. Hi, my name is Becki, Pritt, and this is my partner, Caryn Schramm, handing out books. And thank you for coming to hear our presentation on books for speech. As every educator, parent, and student knows, great reading skills are key to academic success. It is also clear that children who have early communication disorders also grow up to have difficulties in reading, writing, and spelling. That's why it's our passion to create therapy material for children that supports reading and literacy and speech and language in the form of books. Books that they can take home with them and add to their home libraries. Oops. Our idea is that speech and language pathologists, teachers, and parents can download and print a book that addresses their students' specific area of need, whether it be speech, language, phonological awareness skills, or social communications. All of our books come with enrichment activities in a variety of learning modalities that support comprehension. Tips for parents and teachers, and evidence-based practice. So what makes our books unique? Well, we're very excited to make books accessible, putting books in the hands of kids who need them most. They're affordable. All you need is $3 for a download and 5 pieces of paper. And they raise awareness because we know that nobody knows what goes on in speech therapy. So why is this needed? Well, because for years, the thinking has been that speech and language pathologists only work on speech and language. But what we now know is that these kids with speech and language deficits when they're young these deficits are leading to later reading and writing difficulties. It's a IEP revolving door. But we also know that children who get speech and language therapy that includes literate language and phonological awareness skills actually close that deficit gap and perform as well as their typically developing peers. So, what's the problem? The big problem is that there is no therapy material that addresses speech, language, and literacy skills in the form of kids' books, believe it or not. It's actually crazy, right? So our plan is to make books that teach speech and language skills that are fun and exciting, getting kids that want to read. They're downloadable. You can print them on a home or school computer. They include activities to help with understanding, and they provide information for parents and teachers and supporting evidence for best practice. And best of all, they're downloadable. They're print and go, so that no lesson plans. Anyway, thank you for listening to our talk on books for speech. We hope that we've been able to share with you our passion for teaching kids to love reading.
When you said reading, that was exactly 3 minutes.
Oh!
Yes, please.
I'll just speak up with my teacher voice. Thank you for your presentation. It was your passion was communicated, and I love that you're focusing on something that starts early. What are your thoughts about families that might not have printers at home?
Well, Kinko's, I guess. These are primarily, truthfully, made for speech and language pathologists and teachers. A teacher might see a trend in her class, say the need for, better phonological awareness skills. She can go download a book and print as many as she needs, really, for the rest of her career.
So if she sees there's a need at home where maybe they know there's not a computer or a printer, the teacher can print it up, and it should be, our goal is very easy, very accessible, and affordable.
Yeah, we want teachers to send books home with kids.
One suggestion I have is, it's so hard to get your kid into speech
Right.
therapy because you can't qualify for whatever bureaucratic reasons. It'd be so nice to have the tools.
Oh, yeah, and that's why we've put them on the back of the book, suggestions for parents and teachers. Also, this is a great program for kids that are struggling, that are not in that IEP level, those RTI kids.
Right.
Response to intervention, if you know what that means. Just
And
those kids that need just extra help.
As we're both moms, I've had kids that have been in speech and two that have not qualified but needed help. And all I got was a phone call from the speech therapist saying, well, try these exercises. I'm sorry, there's nothing I could do. But how great it would be if she could come home with a book or a bundle of the things that she needed to work on.
So how are you marketing to speech pathologists and teachers so they know about your site?
Oh, that's a great idea. Well, the site truthfully is just a domain name at this point. We're hoping if we win the $5,000, we've already met with a webpage designer. They would be on Teachers Pay Teachers for now, but we would like to scale it up. We'd like to go to CASBO and ASHA and create a larger curriculum. We're working on creating a bigger content, a lot more books, but we're hoping to promote it through CASBO and grow.
I have a question about the pricing structure. If someone downloads one book for $3, do they get to keep reprinting it over and over and over again?
Yep, they sure do.
The second part of the question is, have you looked into how much disposable money teachers have from their school district to purchase resources like this?
No, on that second half, I have not looked into that. Books, we are planning on, the current price is $3 a piece. Maybe for larger books, it could go up to $4, and then we plan to bundle books depending on the therapy need. If they're, you've got some different therapy techniques or different, I have social communication, so if you work with kids with autism or English is a second language, so people can download bundles, maybe make those books a little cheaper when they come with a whole set. But yeah.
So that question made me think, as you sort of build out your business plan, you may want to think about different kinds of consumers. So you certainly wouldn't want to charge a district only $3 per book, right? So you might want to think about if you're going to be disseminating this to 50 people or less, then here's your price. If it's going to be 50
great
people or
idea.
more, here, buy a subscription, for example.
We kind of feel like Teachers Pay Teachers is the initial step as we're growing our company, and we do hope to get to scale it up.
I was wondering, so who's designing these books? Is it just you two? Are you going to
It's
branch
just
out?
us.
It's just us, but we started in June. We've only made 7 books. We brought 4 today. But we started, it's gotten to be a lot better. Our process
We love it. It's the streamlining production that hangs us up.
Well, it's gotten better.
Yes.
We began with the first book and I drew it. I'm the illustrator. We both write them, but I drew the first book in a Word doc with, and then we've moved it over to Publisher this summer and introduced Photoshop into our world, which was so, I might have said a few swear words learning that. It was awful. But now I'm drawing the pictures. I'm vectorizing them as I go along and drawing each complicated picture, just one aspect at a time, just the beaver and then the background. Then we are running them through Photoshop and vectorizing them so that Caryn can illustrate a book. We've got thousands of what we're calling assets, these clip art pieces. And so we can make books like cut and paste.
Final question.
Not a question, just a comment. Going forward, I would also encourage you to level the books so that teachers have an easy way to understand which groups of students they would most benefit.
That's a great idea.
Great grade level.
Well, and within the grade levels, there's
Right.
letters, A, B, A,
Right.
B,
Yes.
whatever.
Okay, I like that idea.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, and our next